Homestead Fred, Homestead Fred, it's your friendly neighbor, Farmer Fred. Hey guys, Farmer Fred here. Just wanted to show you what we got going on. So, what I created over here is just a small little space for my gardening, and I just plan on having, like some vegetables, homegrown, just to have some organic foods. And this setup right here, it cost me about right around $100, and I'll show you what we got going on. So I just ended up using the chicken wire that we had left over from our chicken coop, and I had some of these like cattle fencing prong things. I bought a pack of 10. They were like $6 and change a piece, so it was like around 70 bucks for 10 of them. And I got this fabric, and that's a weed killing fabric. So I bought that, and also bought these little like hook things that you hammer into the ground to hammer it down. And basically what I did here is I just used my current fencing and as one of the sides, and then I used the rest of the fencing sticks and just hammered them into the ground. And then I went around with the leftover chicken wire. It's pretty self-explanatory. I was gonna do a video on it while I was building it, but I didn't have my phone on me, to be honest. So I said, I'll just film it later. But really simple. I just hammered these things into the ground. First, I started off with the fabric. So I laid down the fabric, and I cut it the way I wanted to the length. Made 4 rows, and then, like put the little things in the ground just to hold it in place. And then after I did that, then I hammered down the fencing sticks. And then after I did that, I went around with the chicken wire that I had left over from our chicken coop. And then what I did is I just took some zip ties and just zip tied the chicken wire to the fence. And the chicken wire was actually longer than the fencing, so it went like this, and then it came up to about that high. So what I did was I just folded it down over, so that's why you see it there, and that kind of helps just give it a little bit more support, but also just makes it look nicer because it's even. And I just took the zip ties and just tied them together so they weren't loose. And this, I left it open here, one, so I could get inside, but actually what I plan on doing is putting a little gate just to make it look nice. And I just left some hangover chicken wire, so just in case if the gate is small, I have some leftover chicken wire just to connect it. So that's why I left it that way. But I just wanted to show you what we got going on and how I did it. So this cost me, like I said, it was right about around $100. I think with tax and everything it was like $107, and it really wasn't bad. And I just had that. This was like the thing that I was mainly looking for. This is like a weed killer. You could also put that down and put like stones over it if you plan on doing like some stonework. You want to put that down so it kills the weeds so they don't come up. So the reason that I put this down, why this is so important, is when you have your garden, a lot of weeds end up coming up, and then you got to put a lot of time into your garden just pulling out all the weeds so they don't take over your garden and overcrowd all of the crops. So the whole purpose of this is to kill all the weeds and all the grass and everything that I have under it. And then what I'm going to do is just cut little holes, and that's where I'm going to plant in those holes, and just that way the plant, whatever it is that I plant, will just grow out of that hole, and everything else will still be covered and cover all the rest of the weeds around it. So just wanted to show you what I got going on and show you the length, and just so you get an idea, it's about 3 poles of fencing. So it's literally from there to there, so it's not that big, 4 rows, but it's a decent size. Something manageable, nothing too crazy. And I have some of my plants that I've been growing, and this is where I plan on growing them. So I'm gonna leave this like this for some time, just because it needs to kill all the grass and all the weeds that are under it, because they're no longer going to be getting as much sun or water. So that'll help kill everything, and then I'll keep you updated on how it's going. I didn't like chop up the soil or anything, or really fertilize anything, so I honestly should have done that. So if you do plan on doing that, I would honestly recommend it. I didn't have one of those machines that like chop up the ground and soften everything up. So I kind of did this the cheap and easy way. So we're gonna see how it comes out. I honestly don't even know if this is gonna work. I think it will, to be honest. What I'm just gonna end up doing is when I dig a hole, I'm just gonna dig, you know, a decent sized hole and dig a good amount into the ground and kind of put a little bit of fertilizer in there and then plant like that instead of just leaving it into the regular grass ground like we have here. So it's probably going to take a little bit more effort on my end just so everything comes out right, but here's a cheap, easy way to go ahead and make a small little garden in your house, a small work area. So I hope you guys like it, and I'll keep you updated on how it looks and when I'm doing my planting. And after I plant everything, I probably plan on doing like maybe 2 plants each, maybe like 1 or 2, or maybe 1, 2, 3, I'm not sure, and then a couple rows down. So I don't plan on going crazy because honestly gardens could be a lot of work, especially with all the weeds. So I'm just trying to keep something small, but something that I could have, you know, a decent amount of crops growing that I could just enjoy here at home. So I hope you like it. Like I said, it's not too bad. It's about $100. You know, there's cheaper workarounds. I already had the chicken wire, so I didn't have to spend the money because I already had some left over for my chicken coop, like I said. So I really just spent money on the fencing, sticks, and the fabric and the little hooks. And actually one thing I bought was a little mallet to hammer those in, like a rubber mallet. You don't need to get that. A regular hammer would be completely fine. I just bought it because I needed the tool, and it's good just to have it. So that's already included in that. So that's included in the 107. So you could actually probably do this build and with a little bit less than $100. So hope you guys like the content, and I'll keep you guys updated on how it looks. And I appreciate all your support for everyone who's been watching the channel. And you know, leave a comment, like, subscribe, and I appreciate all you guys for watching. Hope you have a great day. Farmer Fred here.